Now, it's nearly a year since 19-year-old Gaia Pope from Swanage went missing. Locals in the area took part in a desperate search to locate her, but sadly her body was found 11 days later near the Dorset Coast Path. Her family say art, especially pyrography, wood burning, became a form of therapy for the teenager, and now her family is asking for people to create and donate artwork to honour her memory a year after her death. Joining us on Breakfast in Dorset this morning is Gaia's cousin, Marienna Pope-Weideman. Good morning, Marienna.
Hi, Pat. Thanks for having me.
Thanks very much for coming on. 1 year on from a story that affected, I think, everyone in Dorset, if not the country. How are you and the family doing now?
I mean, it's always the most difficult question to answer. There's an impossibly large hole in all our lives, and we miss Gaia every minute. Having so many unanswered questions makes things so much more difficult, but, we're surviving. We're trying to stay strong for her and for each other, really.
Anyone who's grieving always is going to come up across anniversaries, and the first anniversary is going to be one of the big ones, of course. I'm sure it's very difficult. But the way you've decided to mark it is really interesting, and it's going to involve people from the local community as well. What is it you want people to do in memory of Gaia this year?
We're inviting people to create something and send it in to us at justiceforgaia.com. Partly it's a way to honour not just Gaia, but the support that we got from the community, which was amazing. That's a word that gets thrown around a lot, but I don't think it's until you're in a life or death situation like we were back in November that you really understand that we really came to understand what incredible compassion and power that word can speak to. The Justice for Gaia community is global. Last year people were lighting candles for her as far as China, which was amazing. But really it was the local community, as you said, in Purbeck and Dorset. The way they rallied around us and searched when she was missing, it was nothing short of a grassroots miracle. I get teary just thinking about it.
Yeah.
I volunteered in refugee camps in Greece, and it's the only thing that compares to that. And the Art for Gaia project, it's about honouring her, but also about engaging with that and making it visible.
So I managed to pronounce that word really badly, as you probably heard a moment ago. Is it pyrography? Have I got that right that time?
That's absolutely right. Yeah.
Okay,
burning.
I should have gone with that one the first time. How does that work exactly? I mean, obviously it involves the burning of wood, like you say, but what is that doing? Is it sort of sculpting with fire? Am I getting that right?
It's a metal pen. It's electric. You plug it into the wall. It heats up, and it basically allows nibs of different shapes to burn patterns into wood. That's something that Gaia did. She also worked in clay. She painted lots of things. But there are no restrictions in terms of what people can submit. Drawings, carvings, paintings, poems. People can participate however they want. You don't have to be an artist. We want to create a space in which everybody who wants to contribute has something to say about Gaia or about the issues she faced, feels that they have a space to contribute. That's the kind of project that I could have imagined Gaia starting someday, and that's how we want to do it.
And you've said before that you hope maybe that will be useful to other people who've suffered loss in the way that you and your family have done with Gaia. And as her mum said as well in previous interviews, she never speaks about Gaia in the past tense, and it's difficult to do that when you've lost a loved one. I know that myself, and it's a nice way to show that you can still remember these people and they can still be a part of your life through that artwork.
Absolutely. I mean, this is a way of trying to invite, I guess, some beauty back into our lives. That's how we keep Gaia with us. But it's also about speaking to the issues. As you reported at the time, Gaia was a survivor of sexual violence. The post-traumatic stress that left her with really changed her life, all our lives. She struggled a lot with her mental health, and her creativity was very healing for her. I think because it gave her a way to put her in touch with who she was beyond that trauma, and a way to express herself, which there's a great need for. We live in a society where 1 in 5 women and girls experience sexual violence, and 75% of young people who suffer mental health challenges aren't getting treatment and support. I shudder to think how many grieving families like ours that makes for. And too often it's the people who are directly affected who are least heard. So the hope that this project, Art for Gaia, we hope that will be an exception. And if anyone wants to get involved and find out more, there's plenty of ideas on our website, which is justiceforgaia.com.
And we should say, in case anyone doesn't know, it's Gaia, Gaia, if you want to find that website, justiceforgaia.com. And you're going to be displaying all of it online, Marienna. Are you prepared for if you get deluged? Because I think a lot of people will want to get involved with this project.
That would be an incredible problem to have. We're kind of just feeling this project out as we go on. Not sure what the long-term plans are yet. We'll see what comes and try and platform it the best way we can.
Well, it's a really good idea, and I think it will capture the imagination of a lot of people. Marienna, thanks for joining us on the programme again this morning.
Thanks very much.
That's Marienna Pope-Weideman, who is the cousin of Gaia, and you can get involved, as she says, via the website justiceforgaia.com. Gaia is how you spell Gaia. That will give you all the details you need about getting involved with that project.